It was day 2 of our weekend break in Malta, and Si had hatched a plan to explore some of the island using the bus pass we'd bought at the airport. Our 3 target destinations were some ancient temples that Si had seen on a Netflix show, a boat trip into the Bliue Grotto, and Malta's original capital city, Medina. First, we had a problem we needed to solve.
Morning. We had a fantastic day yesterday. It's day 2 of our Malta adventure, and we did spend an awful lot of money yesterday, probably more than we wanted to, so our first port of call this morning is a bank so that we can get some more euros. But we're going to have a day exploring a bit of the island, making the most of our bus passes, and we're going to try and get to see some of the ancient temples on the south of the island. So first stop though, bank, and then we need to get some refreshments for the day.
A lot of places are happy to take card payments in Malta, but if you like to tip or give a gratuity, cash is king, and like idiots we paid for all yesterday's fun in cash, meaning that we'd nearly run out of euros. But with the strong exchange rate, we had brought some cash sterling with us as an emergency fund.
Any luck changing that cash, Si?
So we've tried 2 banks here in Salima, and neither of them are happy to change cash, so we've brought some cash sterling with us, and we've not been able to change that here. We've got to go into Valletta and use a bureau de change, so we've been told. So we will go into Valletta first and see if we can get our money changed. A bit weird, but hey.
So we boarded the bus to Valletta and now had to plan in time in the city to find a bureau de change. With luck we found one deep within the city streets, and I was at last happy we had enough euros. Okay Nettie, what's the plan?
So we've just been into the spa and got some snacks for the day. Got some water, some chocolate bars and some crisps. And Si's gone and got the money changed at the bureau de change. So we're all ready to go.
So we were indeed ready to go, and our first test was to find a bus that would take us across the island to see some ancient temples that Si had been raving about. And after a 1-hour bus ride on bus route 74, we found ourselves, where is this, Si?
Okay, so the history buff inside me is just a little bit giddy. We're at Hagar Qim, the southern sort of coast of the southwest coast of Malta, and this is one of the oldest known man-made buildings in the world, supposedly. It's older than the pyramids, it's older than Stonehenge, it's just probably a little bit older than Skara and Orkney, and it's a temple complex, and there's 2 of them for us to explore, and I am proper giddy. We've just been in a visitor centre, seen some of the exhibits and finds they found here. Incredible. Wow, looking forward to this. How's the bus journey out here though? That was a bit interesting, wasn't it?
Luckily we got a seat, so that was fine.
We were one of the lucky ones.
Yeah, it was quite a long old haul, wasn't it? And a lot of people were having to stand most of the way.
Yeah, but it's taken about an hour to get out here from Valletta on the bus. So thankfully we had a seat. Anyway, join us as we go and explore this kind of ancient wonder. Really excited.
The temples at Hagar Qim and Mnajdra are thought to be some of the oldest man-made freestanding structures on Earth. Thought to have been built around 3600 BC or earlier, these temples have entrances that align with the spring and autumn equinoxes. Older than Stonehenge and the pyramids, these are vast and complex structures, and exactly how the locals were able to construct such complex buildings with perfectly cut doorways and precision cut roofing slabs, well, that's a mystery. And we'd taken in the visitor centre first as we entered and marvelled at some of the exhibits found during excavations. Then we took time to wander around the Hagar Qim temple before making the 500-metre walk down the hill towards the Mnajdra temple.
So on the way down, you can't help but notice an island off the coast. So what do we know about this island, Si?
Looking across to the island of Valletta, there's loads of myths and folklore about the island, including that it was removed as a plug from a sort of sinkhole further down the coast by an angry god who was angry with the local residents. However, it's just a limestone island off the coast of Malta. It is quite carefully aligned with some of the doorways back at the temple back there, so maybe it does have some significance back in Neolithic times, but in more recent times it was bombed and used as target practice by the British Navy and the British military up until 1970, believe it or not.
The Mnajdra temple is actually more impressive than the Hagar Qim. The detailing and decoration inside are still clearly visible after nearly 5 millennia. And our minds were completely blown away by this place that was included in the Netflix show Ancient Apocalypse. I'm going to have to watch that show again, I think.
We wandered back up the hill, and on the way we saw bees hard at work making a nest. Or they could be wasps. Leave a comment if you know. Spending a fair amount of time in the bright Malta sunshine, we were in need of refreshments. And gelato, of course.
Right, we've finished exploring, so we've come to get a gelato. We're well needed because it's very, very hot today. And what's your little saying, Si?
A gelato a day keeps the doctor away.
And what flavour have you gone for?
Of course, it's lemon.
Oh, what a surprise.
Lemon sorbet, though. It's nice.
And I've gone for a mixed berry one. And it's absolutely delicious.
Okay, where next? Let's walk down the road, shall we? There are a lot of distractions.
Look at these large cactuses you're seeing all around the island. They're absolutely amazing, aren't they?
What are you seeing, Natty?
Chickens.
Chickens?
Yeah, chickens, look. There. Some in there.
Well, they're cute, aren't they?
Yeah, aren't they? One of them's got trapped down there, I think. Oh, it's not trapped, it'll get out.
So after making chirping noises at the local wildfowl, I managed to prize Nettie away and we headed down the hill towards the Bliue Grotto.
How's the day going, guys?
Wow, that was a place, wasn't it? We've just left Hagar Qim and it was really mind-blowing. 3,600 years old that was.
Absolutely gorgeous in there.
Yeah, so we've just had a gelato as well, just because it's really hot.
That was well needed, that.
Now we're going to walk down the coast a bit. We're following a path down the side of a main road and we're going to see if we can find this Bliue Grotto that everybody raves about.
I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, finally, I get to take my shoes and socks off and put my feet in the water. That'd be nice.
Let's see how we go.
Yay!
This was a picturesque, if a bit precarious, 35-minute walk from the temples down the hill to the village where you can take boat trips into the Bliue Grotto.
This is a bit precarious along here, isn't it?
It is.
Never mind.
And we slowly made our way down the hill towards the coast. On arrival, we soon realised this was a really pretty seaside village that is clearly thriving on tourism.
It had a good selection of bars and restaurants for a spot of lunch, before or after you've explored this area's sea caves for which it's become famous for. So how easy is it to get tickets for the Bliue Grotto, guys?
Well, how stunning is this place? We have just bought some tickets to go to the Bliue Grotto, so we are so excited for that. We'll let you know how we get on.
Yeah, pretty cheap as well, only €10 each. So it's been about a half-hour walk from the Hagar Qim. It's been pretty hot, but lovely views on the way down, isn't it?
It's been stunning.
Yeah, absolutely great. So we're going to try and do this boat trip now. Looks amazing. So we'll give you an update on the way around.
And there was no queue to board our little boat that would take us to explore the sea caves.
Life jackets on, we were soon bobbing across the ocean to explore the caves. This was a 30-minute trip that was spectacular, and our skipper skillfully navigated us in and out of the caves, pointing out the key features. And as well as the caves, the white sandy seabed within them makes the clear waters appear turquoise blue, with sunlight glistening off the surface, and it's absolutely stunning. Wow!
The Bliue Grotto itself is actually quite a deep cave with an impressive rock arch at its entrance. This was definitely worth €10 fare for the trip, a truly wonderful experience. We were ready for a bite to eat and decided to eat in one of the many bars in the village. Si had a burger and I had a healthier salad. So how's the burger, Si?
I've gone for a bacon cheeseburger. Not particularly local cuisine, but let's give it the old taste test, shall we? Oh God.
Is that good?
The burger is just like minced beef, just nothing else. Really good. Oh, the cheese is really tasty. Yeah, thumbs up. That's a bacon burgers go. That's a good solid 5.
Okay, my healthy eating kick was a little offset by my newfound love of Maltese wines.
So a rapidly developing new feature of this holiday is local wine review. So Nessie, what have you gone for this time?
Right, I thought I'd try the local red wine and I will give it a go.
Do you know what it's called?
Oh, that's really nice. It's very mellow.
Okay.
It's got a very smooth taste. And yeah, that is good. And it was only €2.60.
€2.60?
€2.60.
That's a bargain.
Wow.
Okay, do we know what it's called, or just the local wine in the restaurant?
Just the local wine in the restaurant.
Well, there you go. That's exactly one. We're down at the Bliue Grotta, so put yourself there and ask for a local red wine.
Brilliant. Oh, what's the place called?
Alka?
Yeah, that's the place, Alka.
There you go. All right. Cheers.
This was going down too easily, and we could have stayed here all afternoon, but we still had more exploring to do. We found the bus stop and boarded the bus to Medina.
We've had an amazing afternoon at the Bliue Grotto. What a place that was.
It's great. I mean, we had a nice bit of lunch, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tried the local wine.
Had a
That's amazing.
Sisk chilled beer with lemon, 4% lager, but real lemony flavour, really nice. And the spot here, went down by the Bliue Grotto, is absolutely stunning. Beautiful views across the sea. So we're back on the bus. It's an empty bus.
Empty bus and air conditioning, so it's great.
And we're heading up to Medina. Well, see you there.
See ya.
The buses are frequent and regular in Malta, and our 35-minute bus ride to Rabat dropped us close to Medina's main city gate.
Welcome to Medina.
Yeah, we've had a great ride up from the Bliue Grotto. We caught the 201 bus. It took about half an hour, didn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely ride up the sort of western coast, up past the Dingley Cliffs and various other sort of cities with very opulent churches and stuff, and squares with statues. Really, really nice. But looking forward to getting ourselves around Medina, sort of Malta's second city. This was originally the capital, apparently.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a walled city.
Looks gorgeous, what we've seen so far.
Yeah, right out the outside. We're outside the main gate at the minute, so we're going to go and have a mooch around this. Apparently, it's quite small, but very, very beautiful walled city.
On arrival, you quickly noticed that the local tourist trap in Medina is the horse and carriage rides around the citadel. With the searing heat, we thought this looked a little cruel to the horses, to be honest, so we gave this a miss and opted to wander the sleepy citadel streets on foot. Built on a hilltop, Medina was Malta's original capital city, and in the Great Siege of Malta in 1565, the then Grand Master of the Knights of St John, a certain John de Valletta, well, he had to make a decision whether to defend Medina or the fortifications around the Grand Harbour, at what is now called Valletta. He chose the latter, and the rest is, as they say, history.
Medina was a delight to explore, and the Cathedral of St John is simply breathtaking inside. We spent a couple of hours just mooching around and wandering the maze of streets. There are interesting features everywhere you look.
Nettie, why are you stopping and photographing everybody's front door?
Medina is famous for its knockers. No, not these knockers. The traditional Maltese door knockers.
It was actually fascinating to see the variety of door knockers around the city, with each design having a historical significance to the family that owned the property. It was getting late in the day and we wanted to head back to the hotel, so we jumped aboard another bus that said it would take us to Salima. This seemed to be a long trip with the bus going all over the place. Hang on, were we supposed to get off? Oops.
So we've had a little bit of an evening drama again. We got on a bus to get back to Salima, and then, like idiots, we didn't watch where the stops were. And we just sat on the bus and we went right past Salima and onward up the island like complete idiots, and so we jumped off. We're about 45 minutes walk away from where we need to be. Don't really want to walk 45 minutes if we can help it, but we're going to try and find another bus back in the right direction. Unless you're up for a big walk, Miss C.
Oh yeah, whatever.
So we wandered through the St George's Bay area to find another bus stop that would give us a quick bus back to Salima. St George's seemed to be a very vibrant party area, and the streets and beach were filled with revellers enjoying the many bars and clubs, but we had neither the energy nor the aroma that would help us party into the night, so we caught another bus that took us through St Julian's and back to Salima. It was a short walk to the hotel, and we felt we deserved a nightcap in the hotel bar.
Well, here we are, we made it back. One day. It's been over 13 hours since we left. Just under 13 hours since we left the hotel this morning. What an adventure.
We have had Cook's Explore, definitely, isn't it?
Definitely Cook's Explore. Obviously a few mishaps on the way, but I mean the temples were amazing. The Bliue Grotto was absolutely out of this world. Medina was stunning. And then we wore ourselves out and then dozed off on the bus and missed our bus stop and ended up nearly up at St Paul's. So,
and it was getting dark, because what's the time now? It's nearly 8 o'clock,
yeah, the sun was setting and we're going, okay,
But anyway, no dramas.
So then we had about a 25-minute walk back, didn't we? Once
Yeah,
we got another bus to get us back nearer.
Yeah.
And then we had a 25-minute walk, just come in here and got a nice local wine, really cheap.
€10.50.
Yeah.
This is the hotel bar.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, €10.50 for a bottle of wine. It's
local wine, decent wine.
really tasty.
Cheers.
Anyway, cheers everybody.
Cheers. We're going to enjoy this now. We'll catch up with you tomorrow.
More adventures tomorrow.
Yay!
Stay tuned.
This was another great bottle of local wine that didn't break the bank.
Afterwards, we retired to bed absolutely knackered, but chuffed to bits with our brilliant day exploring the island.
2 pretty exhausting days were about to become 3, as the following day we had made plans to explore Gozo and the famous Blue Lagoon. Thanks for watching.
If you like what we do and you want to see more of our ventures, please like and subscribe. Cheers!